Okay, we're at Southwick for the Weege show, brought to you by Honda. I'm gonna get ganged up on. We got a huge gang of Southwick locals here. First, Chris Canning, you can't race this weekend.
Nope, not happening.
Show us the hardware.
Yep, that's that.
So that's pretty bad. You were just saying 3 months might be?
3 months, and then they take the plate out of it. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much fused right now with the plate, so.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
Next year maybe?
Next
year.
Oh, we'll be here.
Okay, we'll go down the row. Brooks?
Yep.
I feel like I've seen you out here for a while.
A couple times.
And then skipped a bit?
8 years I've been off.
It's been that long?
Haven't been riding in 8 years, so.
Wow.
We're back.
When you say not riding, do you mean this national, or were you not racing?
Like twice a year I would ride.
Really?
Pretty much. That's about it. 2 or 3 times here and there.
Yep.
Jumped at a couple races, but kind of been busy working, you know.
Yep.
Started a new career, traveling, being a lineman, restoring power to people. So, you know, we got some good guys here. I mean, Mike Treadwell, he's the business manager of our union, so.
Wait, you're part of where he works?
Yes.
Oh.
Local 42.
So motocross connections.
Yes, it is.
What made you decide I'm coming back for this one?
I just had the urge to ride again, so
Yeah.
I kind of just wanted to ride dirt bikes again.
Yep.
And I think I'll be back for a little while. Local scene, maybe some couple nationals here and there.
Okay.
So just staying on the bike, that's the biggest thing I want to do. So.
Because it's fun.
It is.
It's fun. All
It's
right.
fun now. So.
Aha, yeah. When it's pressure, it's not as much fun.
No, not as much fun, but now I'm enjoying it. So.
Okay, Jason Brooks, welcome back.
Thanks, man.
Introduce yourself.
Nick McDonald.
Nick McDonald. All right, and what's your status racing right now?
I race every weekend NESC,
Yes.
the whole NESC series.
Yep.
So just chasing some of these nationals, you know, that are close by to the area and doing that.
How many of these have you done?
My first one was in 2016.
Okay.
The first one I made was 2017, and
Yep.
then last year I qualified 25th in 250 class.
Yep.
So hoping to keep it going.
That's the goal?
That's the goal. Keep it going. Keep
Yeah.
keep everybody happy. So that's
Awesome.
Russell, Ukiri.
Okay, what's your story?
So I'm doing all the nationals this year. I started at High Point 2 weeks ago. So.
Oh, you're in the 3D team.
Yeah.
I saw this on social.
Yep.
Okay, so 3D Racing,
Yep.
which is legend in the area.
Yep.
Shout out to the late, great Bill Dill.
Yep.
So they picked you up a little bit ago, is that what I saw? Yeah.
So at the beginning of this year, we my dad was good friends with Bill Dill.
Yep.
And Bill sadly passed away, and his daughter was doing the team thing for a little bit. My dad was trying to help out as much as he could, and then we didn't really have a scheme, graphic scheme for this year, so we were like, you know what, we'll bring out the 3D logo and use it. So
So it kind of revived the 3D
right,
team.
yeah, yep. So we put it on the bike, put it on the gear, and here we are.
And how's the racing been going, and what do you hope for this weekend?
Pretty good. I'd like to be like right around 20, 25, right in between there. That's where I'd like to be. Last weekend I was 32nd, which High Point's not my best track at all. So hopefully going to do a lot better this weekend and the future to come.
So yeah, making the 40 has been easy. You want to get closer to the 20?
Right, yeah. And then eventually the 15 and then the 10.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, Russell, nice to meet you in person.
Nice to meet you.
Who we got?
Austin Brooks.
Austin Brooks.
Yes.
There's no relation.
No.
Austin and Jason, not related.
Everyone thinks that.
Yes. How long you been doing this?
18 was my first year doing this.
Yep.
And missed 20, but yeah, made it in 19, so trying to chase it.
That's the goal. Get
Born
in.
and raised Southwick, so.
Literally.
Literally.
Do you know Johnny Gerard?
Yes, best friends.
No kidding.
Yes.
That is the GNCC
Yes,
points leader.
he's
He's
the
from
man.
here.
Killing
Wild
it.
man.
Killing it.
He told me a lot of stories about not just riding here, like in the area.
Yeah,
you had some burly trails and
Yeah,
stuff.
great riding.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah, everyone from there, we get around, we do some good riding around here.
Yes.
Yep.
So is this just fun for you, really?
Yeah, last year we were doing more. We did like 4 of the East Coast ones, but so far I just got this one on the list for this year, and yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Get into the show. That's the first goal?
Absolutely.
All right. That's
Thank
Austin
you.
Brooks. Yeah, thank you, Austin.
Thank you.
Johnny G, keep it up. We got more locals?
Yeah.
What's the name?
Larry Fortin.
I've seen you in the listings.
Yeah.
Yes. You've raced in a bunch of these, not just Southwick, right?
Yeah, I did, 2 years ago in 22, I did my first ones. I did still High Point, Southwick, and
Yes. Yep.
And then last year I blew my ACL meniscus out. I was out for that. I did race Southwick last year. I had like 2 weeks on the bike, and I just kind of jumped out and raced it. Qualified like 36 by the skin of my teeth, and then was able to get out there. And then I did High Point 2 weeks ago.
Gotcha. And do you do High Point to ride High Point, or more to get gate drop time in to really be ready for the Wick?
I enjoyed High Point. I did some regionals there. I did some good. Like I won a couple 2VDP regionals there. So like I enjoy the track. It was just it was tough and sticky and scrappy.
Oh yeah.
I had a good flip over in the second moto, but sure we're good. Some broken ribs, but
some broken ribs. That's so moto right there. So the goal is to get in, or do you have a specific result you're looking for?
I'd like to score points. Getting in is the first one.
Gotcha. All right, Larry. Good stuff. Thank you. We'll keep going with the gang. You got pulled over for real media day over there.
Yeah.
I saw you with the background.
Yeah, I got a little love.
Yes. Here, I'm gonna flip this way because it looks better. You don't have the. You're too tall.
I know, that's the problem.
So introduce yourself and tell everybody your story.
I'm Joe Tate. From Connecticut, so I'm a local. My story, I've been doing this for a few years now. I started in 2018, right after I won Loretta's in College Boy. And then it's been an up and down ride since then. I've made a couple and missed a couple, but mostly just East Coast. Last year I got to go try Washougal. So it's just a fun thing for me. It's part-time. I work full-time doing heating and air conditioning, and this is just kind of what I like to do with my weekends and my free time with my dad. So yeah, that's pretty much my story. My first race ever was here when I was 5 years old on an XR50, and I think my dad spent more time pushing me up the washboard here than I actually did riding. So it's kind of unique to come here every year and try to give it my shot against the best guys, because this is where it all started here for me.
Well, you answered that one. I was going to say, how does an XR50 even get around? It doesn't necessarily.
Not without a push from the old man.
It's good. I gotta say, you left something out of your story. Is it fair to say, are you the champ now? Are you kind of the guy in the area?
Yeah.
You can be modest, but that's what I'm kind of hearing.
Yeah, I'm New England champion for the past 2 years. There's still a ton of good guys that don't show up every weekend, but for the guys that do show up, I was the best out of them. But it was, it's a good series. They run 20-minute motos every weekend. There's a good amount of guys that show up, and the front of the pack is a dogfight, so it gets our pace up and our intensity up, and it's good to get us ready for these races. I mean, it's hard to do the whole series being from New England because it goes so far from home, and you spend a lot of time on the road, and it's hard to get to work, but for the most part, it's, the best we could do is run the East Coast. So
he's endorsed by Line Media this weekend.
Oh, really? Tate's a Line Media guy.
He's a Line Media guy with us.
You might even have him shoot.
We support him. He's a good guy.
Really?
Yeah. Do your duct work in your AC system, and the next day come out and run a moto.
Apparently.
These guys are gnarly. This is the core Lord section.
That's what I was getting. So I got to get a few more. Oh, Coquinos is here now. I got to get a few more. Tate, you're being too modest. He is the champ.
Oh yeah, the champ.
He's not saying it, but I had to say it for him. No.
He's got street cred in these sandbox.
And working during the week. No, I think we actually did hang at press day down there last year.
Yes,
as a matter of fact, we did. Yes. We got a few more. Coquinos, still going, bro.
We're still here.
But I remember when you were like my kid size.
Yeah.
I remember 65s, 85s.
I mean, it's been a while. I mean, I've been around since 4 to 650s. So.
Jeez, oh man.
I know, it's been a while.
So, Justin Coquinos, is this full time, focused on moto these days? What is life like for you now?
Yeah. Moto, golfing, living the life. So.
But you're not one of these guys, linemen, working heating and air conditioning. You're still racing.
I'm still racing, full racing, trying to do it, riding. I'm not riding when I can. But taking it as serious as I can.
So then does that put a little pressure on a Southwick? Because obviously this track more than any, the locals get a boost. Do you have a number in mind and you're like, man, I really want to have a good weekend, that kind of thing?
I really hate putting a number on it. But 2 years ago, I did score points.
Yes.
Did really well, and so it's hard to come here this year and not score points. But I just hope the day goes well, qualifying goes good, and then 2 solid motos. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes.
Less pressure, better results that way?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
What's the number?
444.
444?
I'm back to 444.
Easy to remember.
Yep.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Good stuff. Howdy. How are you?
Charlie, I
Right on.
From the past, I rode the first national that was ever held here.
Okay, what was the track like back then? Was it similar or totally
It
different?
was a different layout.
Yes.
And back then, you talking a long time ago, 76, the soil wasn't nearly as deep as it is now. It was
Interesting.
It was like that in there. You could rip.
Huh. It wasn't
Absolutely.
deeper sand back then.
No, it had a lot of subsoil in it. Had 50 years.
Had a bottom to it that back then.
Yeah, 50 years of riding here, all the fines that held everything together.
Yes. Gotcha.
Washed off. No, it was never this quagmire.
That's standard motocross. So they always say that the good dirt ends up in your driveway when you wash your bike off, right?
There you go.
So you saw it in 76. That's pretty cool. Not a bad year to be up in New England and have a national. Congrats on that. You can't take it away from you. Yeah.
Weege, you missing your boy Mitch this weekend?
I know.
I talked to him this morning.
It's pretty nice.
He had a wedding to go to.
Yeah.
So
You know what? Gotta keep Katie happy.
pulling it. That's what I tell him. That's job one.
Yes.
He can vouch for that. I try. Rondle. This is not a. You're on the list.
I'm on the list.
How much racing have you been doing?
None. I did 2 nationals 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and then that's pretty much it. I've been racing bicycles ever since then.
So you're fit at least.
Yes, I started riding training for this 3 weeks ago, and I did my first 30, and I was like, oh my God, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
That was awful. And then after a week of riding, I'm able to do 35s like the best I ever have.
Because of the
I'm
base.
Like, yeah, because the base
Yeah.
is there. So I'm super happy. I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself, because now I'm like, oh crap, I can do a 35-minute moto now. Like maybe points are on the table.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm like, I don't know, just because I haven't really been racing. Like Minios was essentially the last real race I did. I did 2 local races here a couple weeks ago just to get that
Gate
race
drops and all
pace.
that. Yeah.
Gate drops,
Yep.
all that back going. But yeah, I'm excited. Just go out there, have fun.
Now the other cool thing about Rondle here, so Elias,
Yep.
it's kind of backish. Is that what I'm
It's
hearing?
back.
This is
Back,
like,
yeah.
is it
We
fair to
were-
say you're a gear company? Can I say that?
Yes.
Or? Yes. Okay.
That's fair to say now.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just me right now. Working on getting it back. Next week we're planning the launch. I've got 5 new colorways coming out.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, because we were kind of back-ish.
Yeah.
The last like year and a half or so.
Yeah.
Doing really small, limited runs of stuff, and that was okay. But I really wanted to figure out a way to get it like fully back. And now I finally found a good manufacturer. Product's great. I think it looks good. Everyone seems stoked on it, so I'm really happy to launch it next week and have everyone give us some feedback and try it out. And yeah.
Elias is back. Now, one other cool trivia part. I feel like you and Hampshire, weren't you guys like super boys back in the
yeah.
day? So you're gonna be proud of your guy when he got that Supercross title.
I was borderline tears on my couch. I was like, that's so freaking cool. Like, this is unbelievable.
Yep.
And then like, I mean, that's how you know he's just a genuine person, because he remembered that, like, even on TV, thanking all the people that were there from day one.
Yes.
And you know, because him and I had seen him go through it all. And I remember I called my dad one day. I said, hey, we have to help this kid. And I put my career on it. Like, my dad said, hey, if he doesn't do this, basically going to Monster Cup. If he didn't podium at Monster Cup, which
This
he
is
ended up winning.
the amateur race,
Yes,
right?
the amateur race.
Yes.
He got invited.
Yeah.
We got him in, got him out there. I said, if he doesn't at least podium, I'm done.
And then he might have been done, right?
I don't even know if RJ knows that. So if you don't know that, sorry,
how about
RJ.
that?
But yeah, that was like, I was so serious. I knew who he was riding with. I mean, the first day I saw like the greatness out of him was when RV showed up to ride with us at Ferries, and he held him off for like 20 minutes in a 30-minute moto, and I was just like, that's Ryan. Like, I don't care if we ride this track every day. That's Ryan Villapoto.
Yes.
You're on a 450 with 86 hours on it, and you just held him off. Like, what? Like, that was wild.
Fair to say RJ was probably going for it.
Oh yes, RJ loves to go for it, and that's why we love RJ.
That's cool. Good little full circle story there.
Oh yeah.
Good luck. The racing's just fun, right?
Oh
That's
yeah.
just for fun.
Yeah, just for fun.
Cool. Good stuff. Good to see you back.
Good to see you.
Let's see what else we can get here at Press Day. This has suddenly become the local version of this, but it's kind of fitting. It's all brought to you by the Honda CRF450R, CRF250R. Becoming a frequent guest on the show, Here, I'm gonna have you with the background because PR manager over here would prefer to. No, I just need you to stand over there. It looks better. Yeah. No, he's just enforcing. You're on the show almost every week.
Thank you.
Did you race this last year?
No.
Okay, so you haven't raced it.
No. Garrett, my friend from Estonia, he raced it.
Oh, are you Kristinov?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, you're racing.
I am.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, yes. Both go in front of the background. Let's do it. I'm trying to make it as professional as we can. Help him out. Help Harry out. You've ridden some sand tracks, I'm assuming, in your life.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
But was this weird, different? Because that's what everybody tells me. It's different than most sand tracks.
Yeah, it's not like deep sand, you know. It's it's hard-based sand.
Yes.
I think it's pretty good.
But you liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what do you have in your mind coming in? Because it is different than a normal sand track.
Yeah, I think I've seen the videos on TV. It looks a little bit hard pace.
Yep.
But yeah, we are from Estonia, so we have like we have different kind of sand. We have deep sand, we have a little bit hard pace sand. So I think we are kind of used to it. So but it's been like for me just this year only hardback with Brazil and High Point, Hangtown. So but still looking really forward to the sand.
Yeah, it looks cool, right?
Yeah, looks different again, like what you see on TV, you know?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna find out. But you already know. What did you get last year, Gert? How'd you do?
I was 2 times 12, so I ended up 11th overall.
That's no joke. That's pretty good. High standards. Thanks to the Estonian boys.
Thank you.
Do I interview you or no? Do I ever? I never interview you, do I?
No.
I don't give you any love. I don't give you any love.
You and Mathis.
Dude, we no love.
I know.
No love. Look, you've been really solid, I feel. In points, are you 8th? 6th? Weren't you 8th?
Me and Masper were tied for 6th after this weekend.
Oh, you're tied for 6th? Yeah. Were you 8th at one point?
No, I was 5th through 6th.
So I actually totally blew you out right now.
Yeah.
No credit.
Yeah.
Underrate you.
Normal.
This is what we do.
Typical.
How do you feel it's going? It looks so normal in Supercross, the new bike. Is it actually like, no man, we're working, it's improving every week, or are you pretty much there?
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a new bike at the end of the day. There's no data on the thing, obviously, and we go to all these races and we don't know what works and what doesn't. We just have to show up and do it. Obviously, we have a suspension setup that we're on, but you don't know until you know. So like Paula rounds out. Paula and Hangtown, those California rounds were pretty brutal.
Yeah.
We don't ride California. We don't have anything out there right now.
Yes. That's not Georgia.
No, it's not Georgia. It's the furthest thing from Georgia.
Yes.
So California tracks were kind of tough, but once we started getting to Colorado, High Point, honestly, the bikes were pretty good.
Yeah.
High Point didn't show that it was pretty good, but like, we're in a decent spot, but everything can be better always, no matter what.
Are you actually happy then? Because it's like almost a thing within a thing for you. Like you'd want to win races, I'm sure. But as you're developing the bike, you're like, no, we're doing okay.
No, I have to actually not even me most of the time. Most of the time I come off races and I'm pissed off and everybody has to remind me we're learning.
Gotcha. In your mind, you want to be podium at worst,
yeah,
probably,
exactly.
right? Yeah,
no matter what, obviously you want to be up there, and obviously this year I've found myself pretty much top 5 for the most part every moto, and so you can't only help but to be like, I want to do more. So for me, obviously I've just been working on trying to bridge that gap from 5th all the way up, Obviously Deegan's got some good speed right now, so we've just been working to bridge that gap.
I love it. So yeah, you've been really solid. You haven't really had bad motos, but that's not what counts for you.
Well, High Point was a bad moto. I went down.
That's 7 out of 8.
Yeah,
have been good.
Went down 3 times.
Okay.
And bad starts. The whole day was kind of like the opposite of like how it normally goes for me at High Point.
Well, yeah, you've won there before. You have won there before.
Yeah.
But my point is, when you're getting like a solid, you're in that 5, 6, 4 spot battle, you're like, no.
I mean, I want more than that. Anytime you're top 5 in outdoors, you're doing good. Like,
that's what I would think.
There's a lot of good people out here. The class is probably one of the most competitive classes, at least I've raced.
Yep.
And anytime you're top 5, technically it is a good moto. But I mean, you come off the track and you're like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that one pass, or maybe that one section, or maybe that one lap. You always do that. I mean, you can probably do that with your own videos at some point, right? Like, damn.
Well, I thought you were 8th in points. So now I'm gonna not even sleep tonight.
I know, but that's normal though. This is normal for you.
That is true.
You talk shit and you're just like, oh, swole. You know what I mean? But that's fine. I'm used to it.
Now I got to get the bleep thing
and then what about Colorado? You actually came up to me. You complimented me. You said, "Dang, your hair looks good." And then
I said I would say it on the broadcast.
Did you?
I did not.
See?
I did not.
See?
I just didn't feel it was relevant at the time
It was
to mention
super
the
relevant.
hair.
It was super relevant. Let's like normalize like normal things to talk about.
Like
Doesn't
non-racing
always-
stuff?
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
always
okay.
have to be
Okay.
dirt bike, dirt bike, dirt bike. You know what I mean?
That was my theory in the morning, and then in the moto, I'm like, do I say it? I'm like, nah, we're in a battle right now. So you're saying go with it.
Yeah.
All right, if you have another good hair day, doesn't have to be tomorrow,
Yeah.
any point, and you get up there,
Yeah.
we'll do it.
Okay. Perfect.
Tied for 6th in points, everybody. Gosh, people don't give him credit. It's actually my fault. But that's what you want to see anyway, right? So thanks to Honda and the CRF450R and 250R. That's a horrendous ride. That's a Cullen Park rides on Phoenix Honda. You know the Lawrence brothers battling right now. Hunter, the points leader. Jett has had it. We'll see what Chase Sexton can bring this weekend. I think the sand favors Jett maybe more than the other tracks. Anyway, thanks to Honda for backing our show. We'll see you tomorrow. Me, myself, and James Stewart in the booth. Jason Thomas and now Adam Cianciarulo will be our trackside reporters. We just keep throwing more talent in the mix to try to make the show better and better every week. Thanks for watching.